Welcome to Macmo Academy. Dear students, in this video, we will understand the topic composition of functions. We also call this as composite functions. So first of all, what is mean by composition of functions? So when two functions, when two functions are combined, definitions or keywords are very important. It will help you to understand the concept. When two functions are combined, what does it mean? That the output of one function you must have two obviously you must have two functions, then you will be able to combine it. So when you have two functions, so output of one function becomes the input of another function, becomes input of second function or another function, and then after solving it you will get a combined output of both the functions. So this process is called composition of function. For example, if we have two functions, let's say f of x and g of x. So let's say we have f of x is equals to 2x plus 1, f of x is equals to 2x plus 1, and another function is g of x is equals to x plus 3. So first of all, you need to understand that how to write composite functions. So whenever you want to write composite function, there are multiple ways, but we will see over here two ways that how to notate it or how to represent it. One is like this: g f of x this is one of the way, and another way to write it like this: g of, you can read it as gof, right? So this is how we can write it. But here you need to understand one very important thing, that which function will you solve first. Or it is written now that when two functions are combined, output of one function becomes the input of another function. So we will take which function's output as the input of the other function. So this is very important. The order is very important over here. So if you are trying to find g f of x, so you will see that which function is written on your right side. Remember this. Usually we think that whatever the function is written first, we will use that first. So it is the misconception. You will use the right one first. From your right, you will start operating. So what will you do over here? That your f of x is 2x plus 1. Right now, no value is given. So we will directly just combine it. Now, this is your f of x. Now what you need to do in this, you need to put f of x in place of x in g of x. G of x is x plus 3. So in place of x, this is the input of this function now, and this is the output. Although no value is given over here, if the value will be given of x or the input will be given over here, you can easily calculate the output of it. So this is the output of the f of x. So you will put in place of input over here, means you will write like this. Now put the value of f of x over here. F of x is 2x plus 1. It will become 2x plus 4. So this is GOF or G of f of x. So this is the composite function of this one. But what will happen if I will change the order? Let's say I am not finding GOF, I am finding FOG. Means this. Now the scenario will be a little bit different. Right now, in this condition, your g of x is written first. So you will also write g of x first. So g of x is x plus 3. Now for fog, you will write what is written over here, 2x plus 1. So 2 will remain as it is. In place of x, you will write x plus 3, which is actually g of x. Now solve it. 2x plus 6 plus 1. So you will get 2x plus 7. So from here you can see that by changing the order of the function, your composite function will change. So in general, commutative property will not be applicable in composition of function. There are very few cases in which this property is valid. Otherwise, always f of g of x is not equal to g of f of x, or fog is not equals to GOF. So this is how we actually do composition of a function or the composite function. Let's see some more examples. Now look at this particular question. It is numerical based question in which you need to evaluate the composite function. So it is written over here that f of x is x plus 2 and the second function is 3x, and see over here it is written that GOF 4, we need to find GOF 4. So first of all we need to find a composite function over here, and then we will put the value of x as 4 in that. Or we can also do in this way, that first we will put the value and then we will find the composite. So this is also the way. So let's do it in that way. First of all, let's find f. It is written on the right side, function f. Function f is x plus 2. So in place of input, you will write f of 4. So you will get 4 plus 2. So f of 4 is equals to 6. Now what will you do? You are done with the right hand side function f of x. Now what will you do? In place of x in the g of x, you will put 4 or 6. What will you put? You will not put 4, you will put 6. So in g of x, which is 3x, so in place of x you will put the value 6. So your answer will be 18. That's what is written over here. When two functions are combined, output of one function becomes, you can see over here, this is the output of f of x. And why did we solve f of x first? Because as we have already discussed, we will use right hand side first, and then it will become the input for another function. So you can see over here, we use this output as input for the second function. So this is the answer of g of 4. So this is how we solve numerical based questions related to composite function. Okay, one more thing that you can see over here, that it is not necessary that you will put this value first and then you will be able to find the value of the composite function. One more way is that first you will combine the function and then you will put your value. You will get the same answer. What does it mean? For example, instead of putting the value, you are combining the function. So you will, in place of x in the g of x, you will put the value of f of x. So you will get, so in place of this x, you will put x plus 2. Now what have you done? Instead of putting the value, you are combining the function first. So you will get 3x plus 6. Now what you need to do, put the value of x 4. See what will you get. So you are getting the same answer. So both methods are valid over here, that you will put the value first and then you will find the final answer, or you can combine the function first and then you will put the value and then you will get the answer. So both the process are same and are applicable. So let's see one more question related to composite function. Now if you look at this particular question, in this question again two functions are given and you need to find f of fog. So you will use the right hand side function first, which is g of x, x plus 1, and you will put it in place of x in this function. So let's do. So g of x is x plus 1. So in f of x, in place of x, you will put x plus 1. Other things will remain as it is. So it will become 1 upon 1 minus 1 cancel out, x square. So this is f of g of x for. Now maybe it is asked to find f of g minus 1. So how will you do? You need to just put in this particular function the value of x equals to 1. So it is written 1 upon x square. So in place of x you will put minus 1, and you know that minus 1 square is 1, so your answer will be 1 upon 1, which will be equal to 1. Now interesting thing over here is, what if it is written that find f of g minus 1. If you remember, we have already done this particular concept, inverse of a function. So in this particular case, we need to find the inverse of this function. Okay, and how will we find the inverse? You already know that you will take our function equals to y. What will you do? You need to isolate x. So x will go there and y will come over here. So you will get x square equals to 1 upon y. And then finally you will get x equals to, you will apply square root on both sides to get rid of this square. So it will be square root of 1 is 1, 1 upon under root y. Now replace this y with x and finally you will get the inverse of this composite function as 1 upon under root x. So this is how you find the inverse as well of a composite function. It is not difficult to find the inverse of the composite function. The same method will be followed. So this is it from this video. In this video we understood that how to write a composite function, how to evaluate it, and how to find the inverse of composite function. Thank you for watching the video and don't forget to subscribe our channel.